Yo, YouTube, are you guys there? Are you guys just working? Is this thing on? What is up, YouTube? It is 4:30. It is Wednesday, right? Sorry, a little tired. Had to grab an energy drink. Oh, definitely got some stuff I want to talk about today. Excited to get into it, guys. Um, yeah, I should realize I haven't done like really East versus West predictions. It's coming up, so I figured why not? Let's get into some of my predictions, which are wrong sometimes. Of course, people show up on any given day feeling a certain way, man. It's hard to predict it exactly, but I give you the best of my ability what I think is going to happen, and we'll see if you guys agree, and we'll see if it comes to fruition or what happens in the end. Belman, yo, first one in here. What's going on, man? Chad Pittman, thanks for joining up. What's up, my guys? GB19, what's going on? Thanks for joining up, guys. I like to see everybody rolling in here. Love seeing the usual crew. Also love seeing new faces. If you guys are in here and you have not been in my stream before, say hello. What's up? JWeb Fitness in the house. Russell Monroe, the first member in the chat. Russell, thanks for hanging out, man. Love seeing the member icon. Don't know why JWeb Fitness doesn't have a member icon next to his name, but it's whatever. Thanks for joining up, guys. Good to see you in here on this cold, rainy Wednesday. Arm Wrestling Opinion. What up, my boy? Zach W. You the man? No, you're the man. You are the man. Not me. Not me. We'll just build up a little bit. Get to let's get up to 50 to 60 people in here, and then we'll start going over the predictions. Right? Johnny Wayne. Let's get the likes up. Yeah, where we at? 6 likes, 17 people. Yeah, guys. If it's not hard for you, if you could close out the live chat, hit the thumbs up, bring back up the live chat if you're on your cell phone. I appreciate that. Or just hit that thumbs up button in general. Start getting this thing moving up here in this algorithm. J-Web says it'll give me cookies. So J-Web Fitness is on my arm wrestling team, guys. When he first joined for the first, it feels like the first like 6 months, 7 months, every Sunday he would bring cookies no matter what. He would bake. I guess he actually sold cookies where he's from, like for money for a long time. So he would show up at practice every day or every Sunday with a big old platter of cookies, like homemade cookies. And so that's how he acquired the name Cookie Monster at practice. So the OGs still call him Cookie Monster, Justin. GB19 says this. GB19 says, "Is this the best event ever?" Yeah, I mean, I'm not part of it, so that kind of hurts. But no, I mean the card is stupid, especially now that Devin's involved. That's awesome with Levon and Dennis hanging out. I mean, I wish they had a match. Obviously, I mean, I think that would be one of the things that could spruce it up. Obviously, is if Dennis or Levon were on the card. But this is an awesome card. Ingen keeps outdoing himself. Like, yeah, he keeps building it up and up. So yeah, I love watching this. I love seeing this East versus West stuff unfold, and excited about what's to come for sure. Hopefully, I can get back out there. Natty Bros, what's going on, man? See, Johnny Wayne says, I'll repeat, we're at 100. Thanks. I appreciate it, buddy. Ephraim C, what's up, my boy? Thanks for tuning in. I was watching the Dave Hermes and Ingen video. I'm so pumped. Can't wait. Wish you was on it, man. Yeah, we'll get back out there. Like I said, Ingen hit me up for a match for this one. I declined it, so that's of my own doing. Wasn't trained real serious. Kind of wanted to take a little break for a little bit, and so I declined it. But yeah, so definitely not on him. He asked. I said I need a little more time. Mike McIntyre says, "Hola, Che." My boy over here, he's kicking it. He's kicking it, waiting, just hanging out. He was asking about going live. He was checking up on me earlier. I don't know, like the ends of his leaves are starting to get a little brown. We're watering him and stuff like that, but apparently that's not the worst thing. Apparently, I don't know. Someone was saying it's not the worst thing for plants. I don't know. I got to do a little more research. I got to keep my boy looking healthy. Dingan Tarrant. What's up, Beaches? What's going on, man? How did Devin feel to you when you guys pulled? He felt like Devin. I mean, he kind of felt like he's always felt. So, like, if last time I pulled Devin, we'll say I was a level 7 and he felt like a level 9, right? And so I've leveled up, right? So we'll say I'm at a level 9. He felt like a level 11, right? So it's like, I know I leveled up, but he felt like he felt to me last time, but I know I'm stronger this time. So I don't know. So I think he's leveled up, right? Because it stayed about the same for me, and I leveled up for sure. So yeah, he felt really strong, and he wasn't 100% fresh. I mean, I was training that week too, but still, He was beat up a little bit, so yeah, he felt good. I'm excited to see how it goes with Evgeny. Yeah, we're gonna get into my predictions here in a little bit though. What's that? Once we hit 60 people, I'll start going over the predictions. We're at 41 people right now. G Mac in the house. Yo, what's up, my boy? Johnny Wayne, need a bit more strength and 1/4 of Devin endurance. No, seriously though, it's ridiculous. I know, right? John says Chave is superior. He is. Yvonne Cuck in the chat says you can pin him out of straps. Shoulder pronation can't do it without straps. Yeah, it's hard to pronate below your wrist without the straps. You need something kind of linking you. That's usually what the straps bring to the King's move. Let's see. Help me out here. Where is RVJ? I haven't heard anything from him. I also am not subscribed to RVJ's channel, so I don't know if he's still pumping out videos or not. And I don't think we've ever met either. So yeah, I don't really keep up to current status on RVJ. Hopefully he's training and stuff. I mean, that talking about potential, like that dude has the most raw genetic potential of any human being in the world. So with like people, just because I'm big, sometimes the arms can be too long, right? With his shorter forearm, he can get more vertical. There's things that he can do with his massive hand and stuff like that. That dude is a genetic freak. So I really hope he goes all out with it and see what he can accomplish. Not that he hasn't already accomplished amazing things. So, hey, Dan John, Veronica Knight in the house. Where's those thumbs up, people? What it do, everybody? I can speak for RVJ if you want, huh? Says the Natty Bros. Yeah, let us know. Where's he at? Mike McIntyre says Bridget. Wait, Bridget's not in here, is she? Which Bridget? I don't think my Bridget's not in here, not yet. Do you think you'd beat John in a super match now? I'd love to pull John. I mean, any chance I can ever get on the table with John Brzezik is always a blessing and an honor. There's no point ever where I group up with John where I'm not still in shock and awe that I'm on the table with the GOAT. I would fare better now in a match than I did before. I would like to do the match with John. Yeah, I mean, I'll say that much. You know, I'm not real big on predicting for my matches and stuff like that. I feel like I would be okay. I would do okay. I feel like I could do okay. Yvonne says, I wonder who thinks 20-inch arms is natty. You going to lock and load this weekend? No, I will not be. I got to work anyway, so I'm not going to be hanging out. Christopher Friesen says, give Chance some Miracle Grow if you haven't yet. I thought you said Chance. Give Chave some Miracle Grow if you haven't yet, and it should come back to life. He's not dead. You know, it's cold out. It's winter out, you know. We have these like little sticks that you put in the soil. We get some stuff like that. He's taken care of. He's watered and taken care of pretty well. So yeah, I gotta watch him. I'm thinking about getting another little friend for him, a little tiny one right next to him, you guys. And I already got the cool name picked out, so maybe I'll let you guys in on that pretty soon. Natty Bro says he has been going to. He's talking about RVJ here, guys. He says he's been going to practice, but hasn't been pushing too hard or going serious. I do believe there are a few things in the works that could have a few potential matches coming up. Okay, cool. So he's training, but just nothing super serious right now. Lagio, yo, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Pull him at Monster Factory. Dan John says, Derek, how do you stay motivated? You know what? I want to get into that. Dan John, after I do these predictions, I was gonna make a video just about that today, but I'd love to get into it with you guys for a little bit, or I should just go make the video. Oh, I don't know. But ask me again after the predictions, and I want to go on a little rant about that. William Chapman says, well, you look strong, man. I believe you only grow, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate that. James looking good. Johnny Wayne says, have you heard anything about Spoto? He could have been so good. I have not heard anything. After his match, I haven't heard a word. Did you get the new Call of Duty? Is it any good? Says Benji. Yes, I got the new Call of Duty. I've been ready to heal up, so I've had time to game. All right, so don't judge me. I'm already level 55. I've been 55 for a few days. Chance Shaw in the house. Yo, what's up, Chance? Thanks for coming through, man. It was nice seeing you this weekend. It was always good hanging out with you and Maggie. More so Maggie than you, but I'm glad that you were able to tag along as well. Yvonne says, good idea. Michael should give you a match at his Monster Factory 3. Mike McIntyre says, Derek, a 21-inch arm guy, natty, 41 years old. Sundre Holland, yo, bro, what's going on, man? Where are we at? 46 people. How are we not got 60 people yet? What is taking for so long? We usually average like over 100. I wonder why we're not getting up to 60 people. Hey, maybe you guys can share the stream. That'd be awesome if you guys could hit the share button or post it on Facebook or something like that. I don't know why it's not we're not growing at the normal pace. Your last video was really great, says Ron Kanai. Yeah, I just released a video, you guys, like an hour or so ago. If you guys want to check that out, that's the background or the behind the scenes of me hanging out with Jarvis, having some fun with that mask I was in. I had a good time. And if you haven't seen the actual Jarvis video, moderators, can you guys plug that in the channel, the link to the Jarvis video? I'd appreciate that. If you guys haven't watched it, go check it out, man. Everybody saying hi, Chance. So it's good. Get it, says Benji. It's different, but if you're a fan of Call of Duty, for sure. Kryptonian Strength says Bowen beats Zarab. Oh, okay. Oh, 60 people. There it is. Boom. 60, 65. All right. Okay, now we're getting into it. All right, guys. Oh, there's Bridget. There's my Bridget, my lady. Always great seeing you in here, Bridget. Okay. Let's hop into this. Let's hop into. I got the list here in front of me. I think this is all the matches. Yeah. So on topic of what you just brought up, Zarab versus Ryan Bowen. So obviously this is not 100% contrasting styles, but for me, Ryan Bowen, he's I know everybody hates Ryan, guys, but he's a good arm wrestler, like I say all the time. So he's also pretty versatile on the table. He's had a few different moves over the years, from being fast to being slow to a makeshift King's move to trying to have a hook, an explosive hook. Like he's been around and he's an intelligent guy. So he saw how Chance handled Zarab. So I'm definitely looking for Ryan to try something similar. I think the best lane that is not super complicated. Not that it's easy to do, but it's not complicated on how to beat Zarab, in my opinion, with what he's been bringing to the table. So I think we're going to continue to see him face low hand top rollers all day, unless someone wants to match him in a hook, which I think most people don't want to. So I'm looking for Ryan to kind of roll out. Now the question is, Zarab's down to go flop if he has to and lose his wrist and keep jamming sideways. Will Ryan have enough? Okay, so say even Ryan flashes him first round in low hand top roll. Bam. Will Ryan, after that, he'll know his wrist is done. Zarab will. He'll know his wrist is done. He'll start doing this flop stuff, right? So will Ryan, to me, the question is going to be, will Ryan be able to hold this while Zarab is pressing down? And will Ryan have enough arm pressure here and side pressure to kind of go through Zarab's shoulder and wrist? I don't think he will. Ryan, love you to death, man. These are just predictions. These are not, who my friends are or who I favor as human beings. This is just a prediction of a match. I'm not sure if Ryan's going to have the horsepower to go sideways through Zarab's flop press. And that's assuming he busts Zarab's wrist back, which I'm thinking he will. But if he doesn't bust Zarab's wrist back, it's over, in my opinion. Like it's very slanted at that point. But I'm leaning 60-40 Zarab right now with just ugly side pressure and down pressure with a flop press and just doing that, opening up Ryan's arm. It's kind of how I see it going in my head, right? So 60-40 Zarab on that match, in my opinion. Next is going to be Adam Orinsky versus Bojidar Semyonov. So, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat much. I'm going to get all this out before I start getting too much into the chat. Yeah. Or I'll be stuck on there with you guys for a long time. And Yvonne says, to be fair, Chance is a lot heavier than heavier and big. No, he doesn't have a bigger hand than Ryan. I don't think. Chance doesn't have a big hand, guys. I don't know if you guys have ever met Chance. He was heavier though. But yeah, so Chance is a lot heavier than Zarab or whatever, and that's fine. And that's just more leads to me not thinking that Ryan. I don't know if Ryan will have the horsepower to drive through it. Master Jack says, Derek, are you aware that very famous Twitch streamer Moist Critical is very interested in arm wrestling? Did you plan to do something with him? I have never heard about that. I'll have to look into that though, for sure. Okay, let's get to the next match. Adam Orinsky versus Bojidar Semyonov. Obviously, going into this match, Bojidar he's cemented himself. Dude's a beast, proven time and time again that he is one of the top hook pullers in the world, especially at that weight. And Adam Orinsky generally is known for going into a hook and having good endurance on American soil, right? Will Adam be able to hold up to Bojidar's constant driving and side pressure and staying in a good position? I don't know. Obviously, Adam is the big question mark here because we've had a lot of content and a lot of matches out of Bojidar. He just arm wrestled like 2 weeks ago at the Dubai event, so we've seen him arm wrestle a lot. I think it's unanimous. You have to say Bojidar is the favorite here. It'd be hard to predict Adam over him only because he hasn't been on that stage yet. But I'm really excited about seeing this match and seeing if Adam Orinsky, has anything for Bojidar. Because Ingen hit me up when he hit up a lot of people, not just me. He messaged a lot of people asking about Adam Orinsky, and I for him for sure. I was just like, oh yeah, dude, get that guy out there. He's a beast. He's up and coming. I know he's getting stronger and stronger. He wants it. He seems like an intelligent dude. So I was really excited about that match going on, and I am. But I think off the top of your head, or off the top of my head, I feel like I have to be like 80-20 Bojidar, right? For me. Like that's how I see it. But I love to be wrong on this one, but just based off their resumes and stuff like that, right? You got to assume that Bojidar is a heavy favorite. Okay, after this, okay, it's Georgy Zarenov versus Sergey Kalinichenko. Actually, I don't know anything about Sergey. I know Georgy Zarenov. I did my homework on him, but I don't know anything about Sergey. Chance, if you're still in here, weren't you hanging out with him? Can you give me some insight into Sergey and how he arm wrestles? But I don't have any info right now. I haven't done my research on Sergey. So for right now, we'll skip that one until I get a little more content. After that, Oleg Petrenko versus Rob. I think Oleg is going to be too big and strong. I think that he's going to stay high, kind of like a high hook from his previous trainer, Andre Pushkar. I think he stays high and goes sideways. I don't think Zarab's able to get a hold of him. And I think even if he does get a hold of him, I think Petrenko will just have way too much. This is a left-handed match. I think Petrenko is going to go through Zarab in different ways. I put Petrenko as another 80-20 favorite over Zarab. Justin Bishop versus Mindaugas Terasitis. Woo! Excited about this one. Everybody should be excited to see the Bama Bowl. Justin Bishop go out there and represent the United States. Watch Sergey and Devin pull it on Chance Channel. Oh, okay. I only watched the video with Devin and Evgeny. I didn't watch the whole video of Devin pulling with Sergey. I'll have to go check that out after this. But yeah, so Justin Bishop and Mindaugas Terasitis. The thing about Justin, I've never pulled Mindaugas. I've hung out with him and talked to him and stuff, but we never got on the table together. Obviously, there's a lot of footage of Mindaugas doing amazing things around the world. I have pulled with Justin Bishop, and his hand and wrist is that of a super heavyweight. It's weird. The dude will be at 180 pounds, and his hand and wrist is iron. It feels crazy strong. I know he's been a little bit inactive up until you heard about this match and training. So I'm interested to see what shape he'll be in. I'm assuming that, I know they'll have a weight cap, but I can't see them being around the same weight. Mindaugas is a pretty thin dude. He's not very big at all. Not that Justin's a massive dude, but he seems to be a good amount bigger than Mindaugas. So I'm wondering what the weight cap is here. But so in international play, Mindaugas definitely has the better resume. But Justin is definitely the cream of the crop in what we have to offer from North America around that weight. I know he'll vary. I think he's got up to 200 pounds down to 165. So somewhere in there, I'm assuming we'll just assume that he's competing around 175, 180. Yeah, I'm going to go with Justin Bishop on this one. I don't think it's a dominant victory, but I'm thinking Justin has too much wrist for Mindaugas. I'm hoping and I'm thinking that Justin's going to have too much wrist. But it's not a giant tsunami victory for me in my head. So I'm doing 55-45 Justin Bishop. I think it's close. And I'm hoping Justin has too much wrist for Mindaugas. Next one is Paul Lynn versus Irakli Gamtinadze. Sorry, it's hard for me to pronounce that. Paul Lynn has been on a tear. I think Paul Lynn is getting better and better. He's a very intelligent guy. I love Paul to death. Even when I get, in private, I'm able to talk to Paul and really pick his brain. He's always impressing me with, the way he views the sport and all the things he's learned. And he hasn't been in the sport very long, and that's the crazy part in the big picture. So I'm really excited about Paul's trajectory always and where he's heading. I know Irakli has been in for a while. I imagine this isn't going to a hook, but I think I'm going to go with Paul. Once again, I think it's going to be a war. I don't know, unless you're one of our top North American super heavyweights, I don't know if we have any super dominant victories over the Europeans right now. So I think this is going to be a bit of a war as well. But I do have Paul Lynn coming out as a favorite. I just don't think anybody's outworking him right now. I think that dude is a unit and he's a training beast. So I don't see people outworking Paul right now. So yeah, I think it goes on a hook. I think it's a war. I give it to Paul 60-40. Paul Lynn, in my opinion, guys. Let me check the chat real quick. Are you guys talking about anything crazy? Bo needs height on his head up to be able to reach the Rob. Bowen's not a small dude. He's not a small dude. The way Ryan turned over Bogdan, I'll be surprised if Ryan gets a couple pins. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I think Ryan can be in it for sure. Adam's a hook specialist, but 9 on the horsepower. Let's see. Team West all the way. A really fun video with Jarvis. Were you concerned with arm breaks, though? Some really sketchy positions. Yes, I was super nervous, but that's why I had my buddy Josh go and try to keep an eye on the table because I couldn't really talk because I had the mask on. Off topic, I want to know what Derek thinks of Gage versus Jordan Sill. Woo! I don't want to deviate too far of this East versus West stuff, but real quick, my teammate Gage, who moved up north, I don't know how long's it been, like a year and a half, a while ago. He has a match coming up with Jordan Sill left-handed. Gage recently beat Jacob Abbott twice left-handed at the most recent tournament, and so they're setting him a match with Jordan Sill left-handed. Gage told me he's going to be around 220. I've never seen Gage go over 210 before or over like 207, I think was the heaviest I ever saw. So him at 220 is going to be a little bit scary. Yeah, I'm interested to see this. I think Gage is faster than Jordan Sill. Jordan Sill's faster, Gage is faster, and his move is faster. So I think it's going to be around whether Jordan can reel Gage out of his press. Obviously, I'm cheering for my boy 100%. Love Jordan to death, but obviously I'm cheering for Gage. Yeah, I'm in that same comment. I'm gonna go with Gage. I'm gonna go with Gage wins this 70-30. Okay, so back to the predictions here. Georgi Zarenov versus Wagner Bortolato. Obviously, it's gonna be a left-hand match. So Wagner from Brazil. We're pulling Georgi Zarenov left-handed. Wagner hasn't been impressing me too much these last couple years. From what I hear in Brazil, he trains kind of weird. He doesn't get a lot of table time with people. He kind of makes up his own training on the fly. There's Ryan Bone. Ryan, I love you to death. Unfortunately, I had you as the underdog in the match. The question boiled down to me of whether or not after you take Zarab's hand, I believe you will be able to take Zarab's hand, of whether or not with him applying all that downwards, the side pressure, whether you'll have the elbow integrity and the side pressure to be able to pull through his shoulder. I know that Chance is able to do it. He's a lot heavier than you, and I wasn't sure if you'd be able to, so I had you as the underdog in the match. But I do think you're in the match. I do think you're in the match for sure. So I'm just trying to give honest predictions here. I love you to death, Ryan. You're my boy. I just have to give honest predictions. I'm sorry. Okay, so I think Georgi Zarenov beats Wagner Bortolato. I think pretty convincingly. I think Wagner's wrist is going to get busted back. Yeah, I'll put him at that's 70-30 Georgi. David Samushia versus Daniel Prokopchik. What is the weight at that one? What is the weight at that match? Because I feel like David is a lot bigger than Daniel Prokopchik. Or is this just one of those matches that, screw the weight. We just want to see who would win? I don't know. Okay, how do I word this? It seems almost like Daniel Prokopchik has hardcore sticky spots. Like there's a guy that lives out here named Vrej Sidrakin from Armenia, and he just has these spots where it just doesn't move. It's just like iron, right? And he can hold it for like 30 minutes. I feel like Daniel Prokopchik has the same type of angles and spots, which are more weird. When I watched David Samushia arm wrestle, I didn't see these insane sticky spots, more intelligent arm wrestling, using your shoulder, trying to he looked like a really good arm wrestler, but not a freak, if that's the word I could use. Prokopchik looks more like a freak than a regular arm wrestler. I actually think Daniel can pull this off, even though I feel like he'll be – they said this is a 187-pound world title match. So they're coming in at 187. They'll be the same weight? Wow. Okay, so if they're the same weight, I think Daniel wins. I think Daniel wins in a hook if they come in at the same weight. I think it goes straps, and Daniel just doesn't get opened up. I have him as a pretty heavy favorite in this one, to be honest, 80-20. I think Daniel wins this convincingly. Ryan, by the way, Thank you for being a member for 13 months, brother. I love you to death. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be, I hope you win. I hope you win. We'll put that out there. I'm on Team Ryan for sure. But to be putting that out there, I'm on Team Ryan 100%. When I'm watching this match, I will be cheering for you 100%. But yeah, I'm trying to give just really unbiased predictions here, man. All right, don't kill me, Ryan. Ravaz Latidze versus Artem Morozov. Man, it'd be crazy if somebody had pulled both those guys and had some kind of insight on that match. That'd be a crazy right-handed match. Honestly, guys, I didn't have too much insight. I mean, I was just too weak for them both. But style. Okay, so think about progression. I think they're both progressing. I think muscle memory come on faster than new muscle, I guess you'd say. So getting back on the bike and riding it like Ravaz is, he's getting back into shape. So I think even though Ravaz is older, we'll assume that they're both running a ton of pancakes. We'll just assume it. I don't know it for sure. I'm not saying that they are. We'll just assume for the sake of the argument that they're both running a ton of pancakes. Then I think Ravaz is making gains faster than Morozov, right? When he first got back into it, I think Morozov would have crushed him. Around the time that Ravaz faced Michael Todd, I think Morozov would have crushed Ravaz. Now, I think Ravaz has at least evened it out, a minimum of evened it out in terms of table strength. Now, the important thing about that is, I think that Ravaz's style is really bad for Morozov. I think that Morozov's hook, obviously, I did my homework on both these guys, right? I did a lot of homework. Morozov's style, right-handed, is he likes to drag hook. So sometimes he'll top roll to get to the straps to drag hook, but everything boils back down right-handed to him drag hooking, him hooking and pulling backwards. The thing that worries that about me is that Ravaz is generally a top roller, and he's getting stronger and stronger, and his wrist felt like iron. I feel like, and even when I was trying to slip from Morozov at the end, even though they called me for the pin, I still got Morozov's wrist back a little bit before I got called for the pin. I think that Ravaz is going to be able to top roll Morozov. I think Morozov's style, by dragging, you put a lot of unnecessary pressure on your, not unnecessary, but you put a lot of extra pressure on your wrist by doing that, because you're depending on your hand to hold up to bring them into you. If at any point your hand doesn't work, they don't get brought into you, right? So I feel like it's a big contradiction of styles. And I think Ravaz is a very intelligent arm wrestler. So I have Ravaz taking the wrist, and after that, I feel like he has enough horsepower to finish it. I think in general, I think that Morozov is going to be the stronger human being, but on the table with styles involved, I feel like Ravaz is going to have the edge. So I'm actually going to give that 60-40 Ravaz. Obviously, you can't ever count out Morozov in some kind of crazy wrist bent back in the straps, something like that. If that's how he wins it, that's, in my opinion, that's how he'll have to win it. But yeah, I think that Ravaz is going to be the favorite for that one. To me, Sandra Settis versus Matt Mask. Ooh, this is going to be an exciting one. Just anyone that Matt's in is going to be really exciting, man. I love seeing Matt Mask on the table, start slapping stuff and screaming. I know Sandra seems to be getting a little more confidence in terms of that type of stuff, like yelling and screaming and all that stuff. I feel like it's been building up over the years, which I'm excited to see that. Fireworks on the table. This is explosive. Now, I have given some predictions about this in the past, but there's also been a few updates, a few things I've learned about, them and the shape and how they're doing and things like that. And it swayed my outlook on this match a little bit. So originally I said that I think Sandra Settis is a very versatile arm wrestler, very intelligent, very strong. He's good inside, outside. He's getting great wins in big tournaments, but there are a couple things. He just competed in WAF and he got first, which means he also got tested. Right? Because first place or the top three guys get tested at WAF. So I'm assuming that he got tested, which means that he wasn't running anything, or at least he's really good at hiding it if he does. Now, I'm not saying that these guys are taking things, but we'll just assume that they are, right? So if that's the case, if Sandras is natty, or even if he was natty a couple weeks ago, that means he only has a couple weeks if he's going to take stuff, kind of blast stuff before the matches come out. So I don't know how much that can improve him. Also, I've heard Matt has been on a tear, and we'll just assume for the sake of argument that Matt is taking stuff, even though he might not be. Just for the sake of argument, we'll assume he has been. I heard he's been in hardcore training camp, and we're seeing a new version of Matt, a dedicated hardcore train-up version of Matt. Now, I think Matt does the same style he's always done, right? Low hand, top roll, explosive, things like that. But I thought that Saunders would have enough horsepower in his versatility, even in a hook or a top roll, to kind of stalemate Matt a little bit and slow it down. I'm starting to think Matt's going to be a little too explosive. I'm thinking Matt having a full training camp, potentially taking a bunch of stuff, compared to Saunders having to take that break off taking stuff. If he might be a completely natty dude, I don't know. But we'll assume no matter what, when he went to WAF, if they test him, that means that he was not on anything, right? WAF tests their top guys. So that means that Saunders had to just, if he does take stuff, just hopped on it. I don't know if you'll be able to catch everything up to Matt. So I had Saunders as the favorite before. I think Matt might be too explosive and powerful right now for Saunders. That being said, I don't think it's a massive victory. I still think Saunders is a super, super intelligent guy and versatile and very, very threat. But I'll have it at 60-40 Matt on that one. So we'll see how that goes. Morozov versus Hermes Gasparini. Left-handed world title. I don't know anything about Hermes' left-hand style. Is it the same as his right hand? I don't know anything about Hermes left-handed. Does anybody have any information? Does he arm wrestle the same way left-handed as he does right-handed? Is it like a posting low hand top roll type thing? Someone give me some insight. How does Hermes arm wrestle left-handed? Is it the exact same way? Because I don't remember ever seeing him arm wrestle left-handed. But let's see. Oh, did he pull Wagner? I don't. Okay. Noah left-hand top roll, pure top roll. Okay. So here's the thing about this match. Assuming Hermes pulls the exact same way as he left-handed as he does right-handed, then you got to remember Morozov is a lot bigger than Hermes in terms of length. He has a lot longer arm. He's a bigger human being than Hermes is. And left-handed, Morozov is more versatile than he is right-handed. I feel like he's more comfortable in a top roll or in a hook. We saw how he handled Cody Merritt. We saw how comfy he is, especially if you have that bicep or anything like that. I feel like he's a little more complete left-handed. Because he's complete, because he has a top roll and or a hook, because he has a longer arm than Hermes, I don't know if Hermes will be able to go higher than Morozov, right? And kind of climb over the top of his hand. So it would kind of depend on Morozov's arm strength, his elbow strength, right? So say Hermes fires off and Morozov does high knuckles. We'll say he decides to top roll, then it's going to depend on how strong Morozov is in here. And he's very strong in there. I see so many lanes for Morozov to win this. And I haven't seen enough of Hermes' left to impress me or make me think that he has a chance at winning this. In my mind, I think it's 70-30 Morozov on this one. Personally. Oh, man. See, I don't know. Okay, the next match is Cobra Rhodes versus Hadar Gildil. I don't know anything about Hadar. So I can't predict this. But obviously, we're all going for Cobra Rhodes. Our boy, if you're in the chat, you're not going for Cobra Rhodes. What's wrong with you? That's my guy. So obviously, I'm Cobra Rhodes cheering all the way. I'll be at home cheering for Cobra 100%. But yeah, I can't really predict this. I don't know because I don't know anything about Hadar, to be honest. All right, last three matches, guys. Here we go. Hermes Gasparini versus Dave Chafee. Okay, I'll explain my reasoning before we get there. I know you guys have asked me in previous chats what my thoughts are, and I've kind of gone over it a little bit, but I'll tell you right now. So Hermes is Dave's been big. Dave's been big. Dave's been this size for a long time. Dave lives and eats, sleeps, and breathes this size. Been arm wrestling this size forever. Hermes is at the biggest I think he's ever been in his life. I don't know if he understands what that brings to the table. When you have bigger muscles, it's bigger pumps. Your endurance is going down, right? It's not your stamina isn't at an all-time high. With Dave changing his style recently to start flop pressing and incorporating that shoulder, he's building more of an endurance type style. We saw the match with him and Vitali, right? It was an endurance match. So it's crazy to say like, man, Dave, endurance beast, but stylistically, he's better for an endurance match right now than Hermes is, in my opinion. So this is how I kind of see it going. I think Hermes takes Dave's wrist. right? This top roll. I think that happens. I think we're all kind of on the same page that at some point Hermes takes Dave's wrist. If Hermes doesn't take Dave's wrist, I think this match is over really quick. But we'll assume that he takes his wrist, right? First round, I don't think Hermes takes Dave's wrist center table first round, right? I think first round, when the wrist is really tight and he's really strong, Hermes has to go towards his own pin pad a little bit, a defensive top roll, right? If you're defensive top rolling and Dave's chasing and you get his wrist, that segues, that leads really fast into a flop press or kind of pressing side pressure situation. If Hermes gets into this thing where he's holding Dave Chafee and trying to drive sideways and Dave's leading on the pressure, Dave has more side pressure than Todd Hutchings. Dave's elbow is built. There's a million videos of Dave going sideways against Todd Hutchings and throwing him across the table, right? So do you think that Hermes takes Dave's hand and drives sideways through Dave Chafee to the pin? It's possible. Of course, Song could probably do it. But it's crazy that I think that's inevitable, that Hermes ends in this spot, right? That he rolls and he's here and Dave starts prying. Maybe he's so explosive it's over. Bam, bam. And Dave never gets behind it. Maybe that happens. But I feel like Dave's wrist is going to make Hermes have to defensive top roll at least the first or the second round. And then Dave starts laying on Hermes' arm again. And then those big muscles fill up, man. Those big muscles just boom, they fill up with blood. And Hermes is new to being a giant super heavyweight. This is a new thing for him. I don't know, man. So I feel like it's a war. The only other way is if Hermes flashes Dave. It doesn't let Dave get behind his shoulder and get into the match. If that happens, if Hermes is strong enough to take Dave's wrist and drive sideways at the beginning of the match, then I think that's his lane for beating Dave. I just don't think it's very probable. So yeah, 60-40 Dave Chafee, in my opinion. I think Dave starts leaning on it. Hermes gasses eventually, and that's it. All right, 2 matches left. John Brzenk, Oleg Petrenko. Obviously, I want John Brzenk to win. That's the GOAT, man. That's the GOAT. That's my boy. Obviously, Team John, 100%. I think Petrenko is going to be too much. Petrenko is young, amazing, super strong, super versatile. Oh, pause. First super chat of the day, Carolyn, $5 super chat. Great acting with Jarvis. You need a Grammy, Derek. Still undefeated in Mexican arm wrestling. Thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate that. You are the first and top donator of the day, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Let me put your name down. Get to hang out with Chave. Carolyn, thank you. You're the best. Carolyn, always uplifting my spirits. I appreciate that. All right. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you. Okay, so back into this this match. John Brzenk, Oleg Petrenko. I feel like John showed a lane that he's not super comfortable with right now when he faced Kirgali on Grbayev. I feel like Petrenko is very well-rounded and he could recreate that lane pretty well, but I also feel like he's more of a threat sideways and in center table than Kirgali was. I don't know. John is getting sharper and sharper. There's no doubt about that, but I feel like there's something wrong with that lane for him. The last time we practiced, when I was top rolling, he was just having some trouble. Like you could almost see the pain in his face, really trying to hold on to someone. I think maybe it's his shoulder bothering him. But when someone posts really hard, tall, and backwards, I feel like he doesn't like that angle. I feel like there's something wrong with that angle for him. I guess that's the way to word it. Because in all the other angles and stuff, John seems to be in control and comfortable and find ways to solve it. But I think there's something with that. I think there's something with that and the way it's hitting his shoulder. I don't know, man. And obviously, Petrenko is just an absolute beast and getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So I think Petrenko wins this one. Obviously, I'm cheering for John. But you know what? No. I'm changing this. I've said something a long time ago, and I will stick by it. I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not going to flip-flop on John Brzenk. I said a long time ago, you always bet on the GOAT. You always bet on John. I was about to say John's going to lose. I think I did say it. I'm taking it back. I think John wins. John wins. That's advice I've given hundreds of people. Always bet on John Brzenk. Odds are he's going to win. Always bet on John Brzenk. Odds are he's going to win. We're going John. We're going John Brzenk. In terms of the percentages, 51-49. John Brzenk wins. I have to go. I have to go John. Because I have to go John. Like I said, I mean, there's logic behind why Petrenko would win. I get it. That's John Brzenk. It's always a good idea to bet on the GOAT. Yeah. So I know that sounds so stupid, but just history has proven it's good to just predict John's going to win. So I'm going John Brzenk. 51-49. John Brzenk. Texas Prime, member for 15 months. Thank you, sir. Says, hey, yo, thanks for coming out, brother. Had a blast. Got some revenge on Cali this time. Now time for a couple months break from pulling and get healed up. Attaboy. Michael Edwards, you guys, Texas Prana there. He actually started doing his YouTube stuff. Mike, post a link to that YouTube video you posted. Yeah, Mike has a little YouTube channel going. You guys maybe give him a little subscribe there, follow him a little bit. But yeah, Mike, thanks for having me out, man. It's always awesome being a guest at your house. You're always super hospitable. Always take care of me, man. You're always welcome out here. Anything I can do for you, you know, I always got your back. Yeah. Thank you. White Wolf, welcome to the pay-per-view level. I appreciate you, buddy. Always being a member, man. Always support me, White Wolf. You always have my back. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Last match. Frank Callahan, man, I wish I could get a shout out like that. Anyway. Oh, Frank. Okay, so last match, the one everybody's talking about, Devin Larratt and Evgeny Prudnik. This is the big one. This is the last added match. This is the one everybody's talking about. Like I've been saying, man, I think that if there was enough time till January, I've already said this prediction to you guys a couple times. So, but I do think that if the match was in January and they had enough time to train for longer, I do think Devin takes this with a big gap. I think it's 70-30 Devin if the match happened in January or later. It happening right now, I feel like it's closer. I feel like Evgeny is such a great arm wrestler, and he's so powerful. And I feel like he was sandbagging Devin a little bit in that training video. I think he was trying certain angles to see what he could do with Devin, like if he could top roll out of Devin's move and stuff like that. I don't think he was trying his most powerful lane. I feel like he was kind of feeling it out. Devin feels the same. We talked about it. He feels like Evgeny was kind of sandbagging him a little bit. So I think that, I think that I still have Devin as the favorite. I do. I think that once Devin puts the brakes on you, and if he makes the very big mistake of thinking at all he's going to go slow with Devin and tire Devin out, that will be the worst mistake of his life. It's weird because if you're a really strong, talented individual on the table, like someone like Evgeny, then you could probably hold people, look them in the eye, talk a little crap, wait for them to get a little bit tired, and then pin them. If you don't go fast and slam Devin each time, if at all you feel like you're going to stop the match and hold him and wait for a long time, and you're not Levon or Denis Saplenkov, even if Levon were done it, I think it would have been a bad idea. Really, when Devin was fresh before he tore his arm, to sit there and hold him, it's be bad. Devin, it's weird when you arm wrestle Devin. It feels like he's getting stronger and stronger, like quickly. It feels like he's getting stronger. Really, you're just getting weaker, but he just doesn't get weaker at the same rate that we do. It just gets stronger, or he at least stays the same. He just doesn't seem to get tired. So I have Devin as the favorite. 55-45, Devin. I think that Prudnik is going to have some really explosive sideways lanes that might yield a first round pin or two. I think at some point he loses his wrist, and I feel like Devin is able to hold them off through a war. I think it's a war no matter what, but I feel like Devin's able to hold them off after that. So I have Devin as the favorite, but not the biggest favorite in the world. But like I said, if there was more time for Devin to train, I feel like he would be the clear favorite. But right now, with his, he didn't have this whole prep. Well, assuming both these guys are on pancakes, we'll just assume for the sake of argument. That means that Evgeny's been blasting everything in training for his prep for Michael Todd, which means he is as strong as he can be right now. Been ready, been doing this training cycle and programming. Devin didn't even know about this match till recently, right? And once he got done with Levon, we all saw Devin lose all that weight, so we can safe to assume that if Devin was on a ton of pancakes, he got off it after Levon, right? Lost a ton of weight. So we'll just say for the sake of argument, Devin got off pancakes, and that he found out about this match and he's hopping back on pancakes. Still not very long. Not time to do a full training cycle or to peak and get peak levels and all his lifts and gym and stuff and really show up there at top form. He's kind of going into this rough. That's why I think it's 55-45 Devin. It's not a big gap. But yeah, so I think Devin wins, but not super convincingly. Yeah, that's my prediction for East versus West, guys. Thank you for listening. I appreciate that. Okay, let's hang out with the chat for a little bit. How much time we got? Okay, we got a little while. Okay. Let's see. Text Product, thank you for sharing the link tree. I appreciate that, man. Hey, guys. That's the link tree that has the links to all my social medias and to my sponsors. You guys check all them out. I appreciate you guys supporting them. The discount codes are in there as well. Harvey Weinstein says, Devin has been pulling more than any human on the planet lately, so I don't think he needs any more time to prepare. But he's not been pulling anybody at Evgeny's level. Also, with Prunic is stronger than me. Prunic is stronger than Vrej Sadrakian. Devin's been pulling. Devin, not prepped off the streets, walking in my practice, I could still make him get pretty close. Maybe in the right settings, I could even squeak in a first round pin with the Devin that was here, right? He already practiced for a day or two before that. It wasn't the super fresh Devin. Got it. But if Devin has that strength level that I felt against Evgeny, he's screwed, right? But obviously he's going to be stronger than when I felt him. He'll go in there fresh, probably go in there all pancaked up, all these things, right? Probably, right? So I know it's not going to be the same Devin I pulled, but he definitely has to get stronger than what I saw to go against Evgeny. I'm just wondering how much stronger he'll be against Evgeny. Is what I'm saying. Because I'm definitely not trained up and prepped and top level at all right now. And yeah, so that's a lot of things I was thinking about in terms of what I felt. Let's see. Text Prod, I haven't edited videos of this on my channel. Feel rested. Kryptonian strength. Prunic loses his wrist in the strap and Devin holds him. I mean, that's the standard issue Devin match, right? Devin gets a 5-second stop. It's over. Exactly. Dad move round 3. Oof. Prunic's in pretty good shape. He's not a slouch, guys. He's not like one of these big old fat dudes. So I think he'll have more endurance than we think, but not as much as Devin. Ingen's middle finger says, how could Devin be more ready if he needed to downsize? I don't know what his weight was walking around, but Devin knows how to just do a water cut and stuff like that. I'm sure he'll walk into the weight pretty strong and ready. Chance Shaw is spamming Bowen 3-0. All right. Okay, so based off Derek's past prediction, how they've gone, same thoughts. Weird, I renewed my membership, Derek. White Wolf, I appreciate it, man. Chance Shaw, you really think it's going 3 or are you just hoping it does? Dad Opener says Tengen Tarot. Devin's going to smash Prunic, says Benji. Axe Zazel says Devin going to get destroyed. LOL, maybe. David says Devin held you on his bicep. No, because your bicep would mean your palm up, right? That's how you isolate a bicep, palm up, and his palm wasn't up with me. So like anatomically, no, he didn't. Ken Stevens 5150 said, did Devin make a mistake by doing this too soon? Potentially. Harvey Weinstein says, I see what you're saying. I still got Prunic 3-1. Oh, makes sense, man. And that's a fair prediction. That's a fair prediction to have Prunic winning that. I just think that with Devin's height and his endurance and how fresh he'll be feeling that day, I think he'll just be a little bit too much. Carolyn Loom says, Devin's fender skills blows Prunic right out of the water. Matt pinged Prunic once and wasn't top notch, I don't think. I think Devin's going to smoke Prunic, says Mike. Yeah, maybe. Devin was 263 over a week ago. Let's see. Watch out for the wild horses. Look forward to see Cobra get at it. Me too. My favorite wolf. Evil Arms Productions says, Derek, you think arm wrestling teams will get paid to compete anytime soon? Maybe as a career path? Ooh, that's a good question. Alex Kablitsky says, what's up, dude? Finally made it to your live chat. Welcome, Alex. Thanks for hanging out. So, Evil Arms Production. Great question. Do I think teams will get paid to compete anytime soon? Maybe as a career path. That is one of my goals in life, you guys. That is one of my biggest goals, and one of the things I push for the most is to eventually get people paid to arm wrestle. I want to get my team to become one of the first professional arm wrestling team in the world. I think that I don't think there's a single professional arm wrestler in the world, someone that's paid purely to arm wrestle, not paid to make YouTube content, but paid just to arm wrestle. Like that's it. That's their job. And I want to create that. And so that's what I rack my brain on all the time. That's what I'm talking to my teammates about. That's my goal, is to have my team be the first paid arm wrestling team in the world, or paid like to a living wage where they can just arm wrestle and make a living just arm wrestling. That's the goal. And that's what me and the guys are working towards, to have them be able to get paid. For me, Southern California is pretty expensive, but I feel like it would be a success once I get each guy. The number in my head right now is $4,000 a month. You can live with a cheap apartment and stuff like that, enough to be okay with $4,000 a month. Now that's not balling, but that would be the goal. The starting goal is to get. I want 5 guys on my team, the top guys in each weight class, to get paid, and their whole job is every day to show up at training at the gym, every day, show up at practice every week, do all the things. Yeah, 5 guys paid $4,000 a month is my goal. One in each weight class, and then I just help send them all over the country and all over the world to compete and represent my team. That's my dream goal for the team. And I think it's definitely possible. So will it happen anytime soon? It all has to come from into the sport, right? That's how money comes in. We get Dr. Pepper involved. We get, Tide involved. We get all the big brands that get involved. The only reason they would get involved is for advertising. The only reason that they would do it for advertising is if there's eyes on the sport, right? If there's eyes on the sport, if there's enough videos and people creating content, then it would make sense for them to advertise in that, right? Because it's free advertising, or it's not free, but it's good advertising for them. So that's what has to happen. Now, eyes on the sport comes from social media. That's the biggest tool. It's free, right? Us creating these videos, us going out to see Brian Shaw and do these huge collabs and spread the word of arm wrestling like wildfire is free. And it boosts our sport. I think people completely undersell that and don't think about it. You don't have to be some giant YouTuber to go grab a table and go down to a local market night, or go sit in the parking lot at a Denny's and just start talking to people about arm wrestling. Keep them safe, obviously, use your brain, but spreading the word of arm wrestling is super easy to do. And it's on us as the arm wrestlers and the arm wrestling community. We're the ones that do that. We're the ones that should be sharing the videos. We're the ones that should be trying to make content. We're the ones that should be promoting the crap out of this, so our sport can be cooler. So our sport can have heroes. So I want to see John Brzezinski be a millionaire. I want to see the GOAT. I want to see Devin flying on planes like Conor McGregor, because that means our sport is killing it, right? That means that our sport is so big that there's mad money invested into it and people are just balling out. That means that kids are growing up looking at arm wrestling like, wow, I want to be a professional arm wrestler. There's a lot of money in that. I can do that. I can dream to become that. Like, the NBA. The kid grows up and he's like, I want to see Michael Jordan. Everybody's rich and famous and stuff. I want to do that. And they start dedicating themselves at a young age. If we want arm wrestling to become that, right? We have to build it up. We have to get eyes on it. We have to get money involved. We have to get these guys edified and built up on some kind of pedestal. So I think that we have this amazing thing called social media that's our path to doing that. We're here, right? You have the ability to make a YouTube channel just like I do. You have the same voice I have online and the same capabilities I have. And just promote and share and promote. And it helps our entire sport. Yeah, hopefully I can make something out of myself and I can get a little piece of that, but that's not even it. It's about the sport and building our sport, right? And the heroes in our sport just to be edified and to be looked up to, right? So people aspire to be like that and train for that. So yeah, I mean, I get pretty passionate about that because I feel like the track is there of how we can make this sport big. I feel like there's a path. I feel like we just kind of have to be on the same page and pursue that path as a community, right? So yeah, and that's why when I'm setting up these collabs and these things I'm trying to do with this channel, that's all I care about, man. I'm just trying to grow the sport. I just want people to see arm wrestling, and maybe one guy just sees my channel and is like arm wrestling, and he goes down the rabbit hole. And from my one video I did with Brian Shaw, he goes into it. He finds out who Devin is, and he finds out who all these guys are. And he starts thinking that's really cool. Then he reaches out to his local team, finds a local team, like, oh, I want to train. And he goes there and he practices. And then he gets into it, right? Then he starts entering tournaments. There's more entry fees for the tournaments. And then he starts watching videos. There's more views. There's more likes. There's more everything. It just supports and supports and supports. And it grows the channels and it grows the sport. And it grows everything, right? Like if I can just be any part of that, if I can influence one person to help get into arm wrestling, like, dude, mission accomplished. Mike G with the $2 super chat. Thank you for the second super chat of the day. I appreciate you, man. John's network is 5 million according to Google. Wow. John still works like a full-time job. So I want John Brzezinski to not work a full-time job, right? I want John Brzezinski to be pulling up in an Escalade in some awesome, housing situation. Not that he's like poor or anything like that. I'm just saying like he's our greatest ever. That's our Michael Jordan, man. Our sport's only as big as he's made it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we want our sport to be legit, we got to be like, oh, yeah, that's the best guy ever. He just shows up blinged out or something, right? Like, that shows how far we can make it. If that's the top level, if the top level ever for us all to fight for is to work a full-time job still, what? Right? We need to build our top level. We need to get that roof higher, right? So, yeah, I would love to see John just killing the game. And anything I can ever do to help him out, I'm all about it. Freddie Sanchez, yo, what up, man? You, Freddie. You're crazy strong, man. Hey, I've been watching the videos, and I remember we pulled a long time ago, and you were super strong then, and you look like you're moving in the correct direction, sir. So congratulations on all your success, man. John will be laughing. You read that, I know, right? Federico Rondini, hi, Derek. What are your thoughts about Dennis' comeback? Will he be strong enough to give Levon some trouble? I was wondering about that, and I've said a few times on stream that I believe Dennis is going to be back into the sport for. I couldn't imagine being in the sport for as long as he was, being totally dominant while someone will have a little something for you, but generally being ever dominant on everybody you arm wrestle, right? For the better part of his career. I can't imagine from going from that level to walk around like king shit, man. You are the man. No one touches you in this arm wrestling stuff. To tragedy strikes, he gets very sick, loses a lot of the gains, the muscles and stuff, and becomes a fan, decides to get back into it and doesn't, okay, if he's going to get back into it, I'm assuming he's going back for his old spot, right? I can't imagine you'd go from king guy walking around to just, while you're still not super old and stuff like that, I can't see him just dwaddling in it. I can't see him just kind of messing around in arm wrestling. I feel like either he goes for his old spot or he doesn't, like, at all. I don't know. Because Dennis never struck me as like a huge fan or student of the game where he wants to, just, even if he's not doing super well, just love arm wrestling and have fun and trying different things. It almost seemed like he was always just wanting to be super dominant. And he didn't come across to me as someone that would enjoy not being super dominant. But I have heard things behind the scenes in the last couple months or last couple weeks from some people in the know. I won't release their names, but they said that they heard that he's just getting back into it, just have a good time, and just to do the best he can and just have a good time. So if that's true, good for him for his health. Good for you for your health. As a fan, it'd be awesome to see him try to go back for Levon. Obviously, that's the match we'd all love to see. But health first. Take care of your health first and foremost, for sure. So, yeah, I heard that he's in it just to have a good time and just to kind of see what happens, but nothing crazy serious from what I heard. Let's see. Have you gripped up Levon? Yes, but nothing serious. We're just kind of messing around. I got to post a video of me and you in New Mexico State. Yeah. I think the richest arm wrestler must be Devin. Not influencer estimates his channel bringing 13 to 25 USD per month. I talked to him about how much he made on YouTube. Your number is incorrect. I'll just tell you that much. Carolyn Looms with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Carolyn, super chat number 3 for the whole stream says, Derek, do you think you would team up with Jaggers and you and him versus the world tag team in the rings, boxing ring, every gym, there be versus you guys? Like their best versus you guys. So boxing or arm wrestling, Carolyn? First off, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel, Carolyn. Are you saying that me and Austin should box people in gyms? Or are you saying we should arm wrestle everybody at gyms? I'm trying to figure out what you mean. Okay, you meant arm wrestling. Okay. So you think me and Austin Jagger should go around and arm wrestle the strongest people at their gyms? Yeah, I'm down. That seems like a fun video. I haven't met Austin in person. We've talked online. Seems like a cool dude, though. But yeah, that could be some fun content for sure. Slow Missouri with the $2 super chat says, Derek, get rich $2 at a time. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Super chat number 4 of the day. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Arm wrestlers cannot arm wrestle. Can't not arm wrestle. We've got that bug. Injuries don't hold us back too long. Yeah. Who's the best middleweight at 80, 85 kg at the moment, in your opinion? 80, 85 kg. So like 187 pounds, 180 to 180. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Daniel Prokopchuk looks pretty friggin' insane. Who else is around that weight? What's his name from Russia is pretty crazy as well. Um, I'm having a brain fart. Super skinny guy, goes back and forth with Daniel Prokopchuk as well. Oh my god, brain fart. What's his name? Cherkasov, yeah. Oleg Cherkasov. There you go. Sorry, thank you guys. See, you guys are on top of it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Oleg Cherkasov. He's scary strong too. But I feel like Daniel's been more active a little bit lately, you know? And I think Daniel beat him last time they arm wrestled, if I remember correctly. So I guess if that's true, if Daniel beat him last time, I guess I put Daniel on top there. So if I remember that correctly. So I guess I'll say Daniel. Off the top of my head right now, I'd have to say Daniel. He's amazing, man. He's amazing. Yeah, great. And also he has a channel and he puts out so much training content for people to follow. So yeah. What age is Derek arm wrestling at? I was 25, 24, 24, 25, something like that. What about the Kazakh Waf that went against Daniel? No slouch. Yeah, he's really explosive. All the Kazakhs are crazy strong. Tony Thomason with the $5 super chat says, "My brother from another mother." There he goes. Tony, what's up, my buddy? You're gonna go to the tournament this weekend? I won't be there, man. I got to work, and I just arm wrestled for 3 days in a row in Texas. My arms are throbbing. I definitely will not be arm wrestling this weekend. Are you gonna go down there and hang out? Are you gonna arm wrestle? Or are you not going at all? Let me know what you're up to, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat, sir. Says yes, I will. Okay, cool. Benji Max says Gage versus Mega Mike. Who wins? Okay, so that would have to be left-handed because because Gage's right wrist is jacked. Right-handed, Mike would throw Gage across the table. But left-handed, I don't. Okay, so last time they pulled, Mike was very dominant. I believe both hands, just pulling through Gage's press. Gage is supposed to be a lot bigger and stronger. Mike's also more developed now. I gotta go with Mike. Stylistically. Yeah, I'll go with Mike. But I would love to see it because Gage says he's gonna be at 220 and he's fast. Oh, I would love to see it. But off the top of my head, I would say I think Mike would be able to pull him out of it. Dennis is a cyborg who's going to get some experimental electric kidneys to max trend. Schmo says, yeah, I've been going on for a while, I guess, from OC to LA. Oh, Alan Zoloev, 75 kg. Dang, he's super good too. Why doesn't he get? Oh, Russia. Yeah, they're not getting a lot of matches in East versus West. Man, I hate so much when the arm wrestling world is divided. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand people getting banned and excommunicated from things. I cannot freaking stand it. Like, dude, are we really that big of a sport? You know what I mean? Like, is it really that big of a deal? Like, oh my God. Everybody has to pay because some dude on some committee or something is pissed off. Like, we all have to pay and not see matches, or athletes have to pay and not be able to arm wrestle in certain spots because some dude is mad. Like, get over yourself. Oh my God. I'm not even talking about WF. I'm not even purely talking about them, but just in general. Like, when that type of stuff happens, man, like, it just damages the sport. The sport is damaged, right? Like, when do you not care? Like, why do people stop caring about the sport? So annoying, man. It's just everybody should be able to arm wrestle everywhere, man. It really should. It's really frustrating. Have you arm wrestled John Brzezinski? If not, how do you think you do? Yes, I've arm wrestled John. We had a super match. Oh, how many years ago was that now? 4 or 5 years ago? 4 years ago? John beat me really bad 4 or 5 years ago. I think I would do better now. Let's see. Kryptonian strength, using anti-inflammation gels after arm wrestling, a good idea. I personally don't like putting gels and things on my arm. I got chemical burn one time after doing that. It said leave it on there for like 12 hours. I left it on there for like 6 hours, and then it was like a patch thing, and I took it off, and there was chemical burn all over my arm, and it was like the bubbles, like it was like blisters all over my. It was disgusting. So I don't mess with that type of stuff anymore. Let's see, Jaggers is nuts. His wrist wrenched a Ford pickup like mine. Oh, okay. Adam Chahoud says Daniel usually walks around 80, cuts to 75 to compete at WAF. He got second righty last WAF, whilst Pozidar walks around 82 to 83 and compete at 85. Pretty much run over everyone. England won't let the Russians compete, but he will invite Dennis and want him to after pull BS politics. Well, Engin has ties to WAF, right? Because Engin is also involved in Turkish arm wrestling. He's one of the main coaches. He has close ties with all of the higher level people in Turkey for arm wrestling. Then he has to keep WAF happy because Turkey, that federation still goes to WAF, right? So he can't burn bridges with them, with WAF, because he still represents Turkish arm wrestling somewhat. So he has to keep WAF happy, which, like, I get it. And I have so much respect for Engin and everything he does. It just kind of sucks a little bit for us. And for all the athletes that can't compete. Like, I know Engin has no personal problem with any of them, as far as I know. So yeah, I don't know. It just sucks, man, that we don't get to see a lot of the awesome matches. Yeah. White Wolf with a super chat, biggest super chat of the night. There he is. The leader taking over the chalkboard. Let's see. White Wolf hanging out with Chave with the $17 random number, $17 super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And he says, "Sup, Derek? Do you use a massage gun or think it'd be helpful between training sessions? I'm a Second Amendment kind of arm wrestler. NRA protects massage guns, right? Do you talk about the Wild Horse match? Yes, I have a massage gun and I use it. So personally, I don't know why I turned that on. Off. So this muscle on my right arm, just on my right arm, not on my left. This muscle right here, whether it's my, I don't know if it's my brachioradialis or if it's the erector longus, the rising muscle that's underneath it, but one of the two right in here knots up on me. It knots up really bad. And every time a massage therapist have ever got a hold of my right arm, right when they get in here, they go, "Oh man, there's a bunch of knots in here." And I don't know why. What doesn't happen on my left, just my right. So I bought a massage gun purely for this muscle on my right arm. So after practice or big workout sessions, I go to work on this muscle and get all the knots out, so it works a little better. The muscle does. But yeah, because I don't. Yeah, so I use massage gun just for that. I would never advise using massage gun on your inner elbows, guys. That's a huge no-no for me. I've done it before. I'll never do it again. I don't advise ever touching your inner elbow in terms of massage guns. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate that, man. Getting to keep Chave warm and safe at night. John Boy with the $5 super chat. Enjoy the content, Derek, or enjoying the content, Derek. You the man. No, you're the man, John. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate you supporting me, man, and all the stuff that we're doing. How's that video doing, by the way? I haven't even looked at the analytics on it. Is the video getting watched? Are people watching the video I released? Someone give me the specs on this. Benji Max says, Corey West coming to the San Diego tournament. He qualified, I heard. Yes, I believe he is going. Tommy Smith says, "What's up, my dude? Glad to meet you last weekend." Tommy, always my pleasure, man. Yeah, I'll be back out there. I know the San Antonio guys. I'm not sure if you're one of the San Antonio guys. They were talking about flying me back out there to maybe help them train. So I might be going back out to Texas to San Antonio at some point. I'm trying to I want to set that up. Kryptonian strength, got to battle that brachioradialis inflammation after some arm wrestling. Voltaren should help. Voltaren should help. Say it's okay. He's pretty. Let's see. Depends on the day. Her name is Bridget, not massage gun. Nah, Bridget won't massage my arms. We gotta be like this. Watch. Let's see if it works. Massage. What? Massage. We'll try one more time. Hold on. Third time's a charm. Massage. Go away. Sometimes it works, you know. A little hair just pops out of the mouth. Oh, that was my daughter. That was my daughter. That's not Bridget. Bridget is not here. Yeah, made me cry. All right. Thank you, Emma. You can come say hi if you want.
Really?
She loves to say hi to you guys. It's her favorite thing in the world to come say hi to you guys. So everybody say hi to Emma in the chat, you guys. It's her favorite thing in the world to say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. There she goes. Um uh everybody thought that was Bridget. Then I just clapped and Bridget comes running over. Okay. Super chat from Texas Prana. Thank you, Mike, for the $20 super chat. Says he did that 1776 for the signing of the Declaration of Independence, not a random number. Veterans Day coming up. Semper Finto. All the other. Is that what that stands for? I've only heard Semper Fi. I've never heard Finto. Never heard it that way. Anyway, all the other Marines out there, and thank you to everyone that has served and will also slowed you down. Mike, you didn't slow anything down, you guys. But as always, of course, thank you for your service. If there's any active or past military people or people that have served in the military forces, you guys, thank you for your service. Of course, always, 100%. Mike, Texas Prom. I love drawing the fish. And then there's the hat. And then the eyeballs. And the mouth. And then he gave, that's the $20, just round it up. There we go. The Texas Piranha, fish with a hat. Thank you for the $20 super chat, Mike. I appreciate you, man. That still made me laugh, just the clapping thing. Savage Arm Wrestling says, making steps, man. I'm going to meet Yoshie Kanai in January. Hopefully I can make some connection for when we can get you into Japan. Dude, dream. That would be a dream for me. Dude, going to Japan and arm wrestling with Yoshi and just hanging out, man. I'd be cheesing the whole time in Japan. I've always wanted to go so badly. Man, I'm such a nerd, you guys. I watch so much anime and stuff. I've always wanted to go to Japan. It'd be so awesome. My wife would throw a frying pan at my head, says Tony. Yeah, it was the daughter. It wasn't the wife. I was surprised she figured knew what I was talking about when I did it. Kryptonian Strength says, Derek, what's your hand length and wrist measurement? I don't know. Bridget remembers that stuff. I always forget. Bridget, what's my hand length and wrist measurement? I think the hand length is, I think, a little over 9 from palm to fingertip. I think it was a little over 9. The wrist, I can't remember. Bridget, I think she remembers. I do not remember. Thank you, M, says Rock. Let's see. Bridget, you should have grabbed the wooden hand. Yeah, if Bridget was here, you guys would just seeing this. I'd be like, massage routine. Just the little wooden hand would have came in. John Boy, what's going on? Strong kiddo, looking strong kiddo. Oh, dude, her hand's bigger. She's so much taller than her mom now. My little girl blew by her mom. Johnny Wayne says, I've said this a couple times. Keep getting past. Sorry, but could you imagine Dave and Devin as training partners for a couple months? That's a dream team, in my opinion. I don't think Dave can hang. I think Devin would want to arm wrestle every day, and I think Dave would not be able to do it every day. I don't think Dave has the endurance. So it'd be awesome, like when they get these table sessions, but sometimes you're just too strong. And like Devin said, I'd be too strong of a training partner for him. Meaning, like I could hurt him, he could hurt me. The damage that's done from us going against each other isn't like good for consistent table time. So in theory, it'd be awesome, but when we start getting into it, it'd be too strong. They'd have to do it intelligently, very intelligently. German boy, you should. It edifies you, man, and make him feel strong like Bull. I wonder what you're responding to. Let's see. White Wolf. Oh, okay. The N was a typo. Let's see. Where are you guys at? Oh, hope he reads the Finto correction. Okay. So it was Semper Fi. All right. How many people have you met in real life that are taller than you, Derek? I mean, I grew up playing basketball in college basketball, so my best friend was 7 foot tall. I've been around a lot of really tall people. So even on my high school basketball team, I was like the fourth tallest. I wasn't even the tallest. Um, what would my sketch be? Says Devin Dodd. What are you talking about? What sketch? What are you talking about? AW White Wolf says you got to put teeth on that fish you put under shave. Text product got vicious bite. I know, huh? I don't know if I can. The chalk is kind of dull. I don't know if I can get teeth on here though. I don't know if I can do that. The fish is kind of small. Just like this. Just. I don't know. That's all I got. That's all I got. I don't know how to do it. Sumo wrestling content. Oh, they're badass, dude. To go out there and sumo wrestle, you wouldn't. You guys would not want to see me in a sumo outfit. Yep, a lot of stuff hanging out there. I'm gonna go do sumo arm wrestling, sumo arm sumo someday. I've gone to Japan twice already. Let's go, Benji. I'm so jealous, man. Go subscribe to Savage Arm Wrestling, people. Yeah, thank you, Mike. Yeah, plug away, you guys. If you guys ever see anybody with a YouTube channel in here, and you guys want to plug it in the channel, just let my moderators know. They know I'm down with it. Of course, promote your channel in the chat, you guys. Like I said, dude, I just went on a tirade about how we need to help promote arm wrestling and promote each other. So, of course, if I forget to say that, you guys, moderators, by all means, if you know they have a YouTube channel, plug it. Like Chance is in here. Hopefully, you guys already shared Chance's channel. Yeah, always everybody in here for sure. Greetings from Uruguay. Greetings, Diego. Thanks for hanging out, man. Derek, are you stronger than Matt Mask? Says Alex. Let's see. He's prepped and trained up right now, and we'll just assume all pancaked out. I'm not. I have not been. I've just been practicing. I haven't been in the gym in a while. Once this heals up, I'm giving it a couple more days. Once this heals up, I'm in full training mode, and I'm really excited about it, guys. I know I've been saying that to a few people. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get into full training mode. Yeah, so that's definitely coming up pretty soon. Hold on, wait, you guys want to see something? My daughter's over here. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. See about that? I bought this table, and I got the pulley system. Sorry, it's all shaky. And I got a bunch of handles just hanging out on the other side. So as soon as I can start training again, then yeah, it's game on. I just have to wait for my arms to heal because they got destroyed. So I got the tail pulley and everything right here, which I've never had. I didn't really ever see the point in it, but I'm separating my workouts now. So I'm doing a big muscle group at the gym. I'll go to the gym for about an hour and a half. And then I'll come home and do my wrist work hour and a half later on. I'll sleep and eat and hydrate in between the two sessions. So I'm able to give my wrist more of its own attention and own energy, right? So my CNS won't be all as taxed when I work on my wrist. USS Liberty, never forget, with a $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says, why did you and Chance both have the same mask? Oh, with the video with Jarvis. It's Jarvis's mask. It's his thing. So he just brought it and I threw it on. Let's see. Just wear a wig and say you can beat this girl. I know I should have done that. Can you beat this girl? Oh, if it's just a wig. Oh, I'd have to wear like a dress. What's the limit for what I'll do for a video? Chance to do that because he normally wears that stuff when we're not watching, but yeah, that'd be rough for me to find a dress and a wig and makeup and stuff. Hey. Or may I have to wear like a Middle Eastern thing, cover so it's just my eyes. Let's see. Derek, have you been doing grippers at all lately? I recently bought the COC set and have been getting cheeky closes on the 2.5, says Aiden Hobgood. Just last stream I did it. That's it. You guys, I don't really touch grippers besides when you guys watch. Any grip progress I've made, you guys have watched me make. So I literally do the only grippers right in front of you. So no, just last stream I tried the 3.5 again. I couldn't get it. I am super tore up from this weekend, but maybe I can get the 3.5. Should we try it? Okay. If we Okay. We're going to try it. We always try it. We always go full stupid. We always go full stupid. So we'll try it. Let's do it. Um, Benji Maxo, did you take my advice for arm pulley experts? That's a cool freaking design. Yes, I got the pulley from Kevin. Dude, best pulley there is in the world for sure, 100%. There is no downside to the pulley system I got. I plan to do a full video, guys, on just the pulley and what it does. I've just been talking to Kevin because he's not currently building more of them to sell more, so that's the only reason I'm not promoting it yet. But once I get the thumbs up from Kevin that he's going to build more and sell more, I want to show you guys really what that pulley does. It is the best pulley in the game. There's no doubt. There's no better pulley. There's no more adjustable pulley than what that can do. And it's so smooth and it can hold a ton of weight. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio and it goes all over the table in every direction. It's the most adjustable one. There is no better pulley than that. It's just he's not building them right now before I start promoting the crap out of it. Our Savage Arm Wrestler says, I do know a sumo arm wrestler. I know a former sumo all-star who's currently left-handed national champ. We can make that happen too. Oh, no. Let's see. Text Prana, hook me up with putting my channel. Yeah, Mike, put Freddie Sanchez's channel on there. Please, there you go. Oh, you already did it. You're ahead of the game. My bad. Kryptonian Strength says, does PP size matter for arm wrestling? No, it definitely does not. Definitely does not. 100%. Let's see. Jonathan Greenwald says, hello, Derek. Great content. Love your collaboration with Brian Shaw. What's your best tip for someone who wants to get into arm wrestling? You're going to want to go to a website, either armfighter.com or download the app ArmBet, the ArmBet app. It's basically like Tinder for arm wrestling. GPS thing, and you find arm wrestlers in your area or people that are interested in arm wrestling. You can message them, you can link up with them, and then train for arm wrestling. Or you go to the website armfighter.com. There's a find a team near you, or a button like that, find a team, and it has a breakdown of teams in the United States. And you just go, it links you to like their Facebook, or it'll have their phone number, type stuff, contact info on there. Message the nearest team to you, and find out when they trained, and then you go hit up a training. Training sessions are usually always free, usually at somebody's house or in their backyard or their garage, and you get together with some dudes. Most teams range from 5 people to 15 people at a normal practice. You just go and you get on the table and you learn how to not break your arm, and then learn how to have fun with it, man. Let me know how that goes. If you can't find something, shoot me a message and I'll see if I can help you out. Cancel Laughter says, you're going to be at the December 4th meetup, Meet P? You're going to be at the December 4th Meet P? No, I don't know what that is. No. I have the same pulley. They rock to Savage Arm Wrestling. Yeah, they do. Wait, you got one? Awesome. Let's see. Dude, do you have the 3? Says Aiden. I have the 3. Yeah, I have a 3 and I have a 3.5. I've closed a 3.5 a few times, and then I've been failing on it lately. So we're trying to get back to closing that 3.5. Freddie Sanchez is a great Wednesday night, fellas. You the best. Tex Prana, such good pulley. I was driving, heading to play football. Okay. Oh, Carolyn, the $5 super chat. Sorry, I missed that. Derek, no gym, but what about the blood flow? There's something wrong on the side of my arm here. I'm not going to go to the doctors. It's a pain I've felt over the years, but I don't know specifically what it is. I don't know if it's bone, tendon, or muscle. I don't know which muscle it is because it's right in the middle of my arm over here. Because it's such a complicated pain, and I don't know exactly what it is, I'm just letting it heal. I'm letting it rest. In the times that this has hurt in the past, I let it rest, and it turned out to be okay. It barely ever gets lit up like this, so I just got to give it some time. Believe me, I wouldn't be doing blood flow if I knew specifically what was wrong, but I don't know exactly which muscle or how to target it or how to promote blood flow exactly to it. Instagram brainwashed sheep says Levon is king. Thank you for that. It really shows you're a big arm wrestling fan. You definitely know what's going on. Thank you for your insight. Actually, wow, man, that was so profound. Like, you really just blew my mind with that statement. Like, wow, are you like a master at arm wrestling? Do you have your doctorate in arm wrestling? I think you might. Saying something like that. I mean, wow, you guys, can we get a round of applause for Brainwashed Sheep with the comment Levon is king. Wow, I had no idea, dude. Wow, Levon is king, huh? Did you know that this is black as well? The background is black. Yep. I have a hat on as well. Chave is a plant. I don't know if you noticed that. Anyway, what do you think of the Arm Wrestling Uncensored event, dude? I had a lot of fun. The Arm Wrestling Uncensored event was badass. I had a lot of fun there. Thank you once again, David Kotlow, for having me out there, man. I'd love to go back to the next one. Those guys are a lot of fun. Yeah. So Veronica says, so again, based off of your previous predictions and how they went, do you still go with what you've picked 100%? Yes. I don't know. I do the best predictions I can. Jonathan Greenwald says, awesome. Thank you, Derek. Can't wait to watch this channel blow up. I hope it does, man. And I hope you stick around for it. Yeah, brainwashed sheep. You're dropping knowledge bombs, dude. Let's see. Not sure what I'm doing. Says, possible dumb question. We know you're number one arm wrestler in California. Do we know the number one arm wrestlers in all 50 states? Off the top of my head, I don't. I mean, there are arm wrestlers, as far as I know, in every state. And so it wouldn't be hard to find out who it is. Really, I don't know if they all have rankings though. Caleb Armbender, it's Caleb Velasco. Is his last name? He decided to make a rankings for California. He did the rankings, so we have a ranking list. Not every state has a ranking list. I know a lot of them do, but not all of them. So, yeah, actually, I don't know. There was arm wrestlers in Alaska at some point. But I don't know if there are any more. So there's some states, I don't know. But yeah, there's always a top guy somewhere. Joseph Williams says, if you haven't gone over now, can you already explain the details about your new missed it, hashtag Team Derek? Joseph Williams, thank you so much. I haven't mentioned it yet. There's a third tier, you guys. There's a third tier on my memberships channel. Basically what it is, it says Gain Train on there. It's $100 a month. I get hit up a lot of times for online coaching and for online training. I used to do it, like hardcore online coaching, but it takes so much time. And I couldn't provide the amount of time necessary to give someone the amount of attention I feel they deserve if they're trying to hit me up for real arm wrestling training. So the middle ground, the middle thing I found here, the best way I could still help train some people and give them some value for their money, but without taking all of my day, all day, every day, FaceTiming with people where I can't even, and then only making a little bit of money. We made this tier. So what this tier gets you is, this is for hardcore arm wrestlers. Basically, you get unlimited access to me in terms of messaging and helping out with your programming. Any question you have, I'm here to help answer it and help you find your best route to get strong for arm wrestling. I will be doing a video breakdown once a month. You can send me a video. It's best if you post a video on YouTube, put it on private, send me the link. I'll take the video. I'll do a video review where my face will be in the corner, and I'll go over your video and I'll break down everything you're doing, whether it's practice video or it's you in the gym or it's anything to do with arm wrestling. I'll break it down and explain things and send it back to you. Another 25, 30-minute video. I'll send it back to you, going over your video once a month. And then also I'll be doing weekly streams. Right now, I don't have anybody in that tier right now, but once it starts up again, I'll be doing weekly streams going over training concepts, things like that. I haven't been promoting it very much, guys. The only time I ever mentioned that is literally on here. I haven't been pushing it on Facebook or Reddit or anything like that, because I still want to get out of hand, just for people that are on here that really want some help and want some one-on-one time, guys. Because like I said, right now I have nobody actively doing it. So yeah, I haven't really been promoting it too much. If you want to get involved in it, then I'm here for you. I just didn't want to over encumber myself where I have 100 people and I can't keep up. So we're just easing into it slow. But yeah, that's my version of training the best I can do to help you guys. Yeah, that's the best that I got. So if you're interested in my help, that's what that is. Let's see. Will Travis get back into arm wrestling? Probably not. Let's see. Green. Everybody's laughing. We didn't know Levon was king. That's crazy, right? Careful, that could be considered racist. Wait, what did I say that was racist? Did I say something racist? I said the background is black. I have a hat on. Shaves a plant. speciesist. Okay. All right. So what? I don't have a master's in arm wrestling, but I do have a PhD. Eyebrows? Eyebrows? I don't know. What? I wasn't even talking to you. Highlight. All right. How dare you? Chave is a real boy. Okay. Let me catch up here real quick. Jamie Sheldon in the house. There he is, my boy, my absolute buddy. Always good to see Jamie in here, you guys. The goat. Hermes was that guy in ancient Greece, right? Yeah, Paul Den. He was the messenger of the gods. Hermes, he had the wings and stuff like that on his shoes or his helmet or both. Yep. Hermes has evolved beyond humanity. Yeah, because he was a god. So I guess he was beyond humanity. Good point, brainwashed sheep. I appreciate you. Bridget, I want a Hermes purse. Oh God, is that like a brand? Oh no. Veronica, how much does a Hermes purse cost? Tell me quick. Let's see. Savage Arm Wrestling, would you be down to do a seminar? I have a massive team and I can see people that you work with and train with are making waves. Oh yeah, I've done a few seminars. I love doing seminars. I have it all broken down into segments and stuff on my phone, so I can stay on task and give out the proper run without missing things. Yeah, I can definitely do a seminar. I love that. Let's see. Jonathan Greenwald says, I'm pretty sure in the intro he pins Tim. Oh, were they asking about? Oh, sorry, Alex, I didn't see that. Have you ever arm wrestled Tim Breslin? Yes. We've had 2 super matches. The first time he beat me 6-0, and the second time I beat him 5-0. James M. Derek hasn't even met Tim. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Ah! All right. Thank you, Mike, for reminding me. All right, guys, we are wrapped up. What's your favorite rising workout? How many matches do you think Devin will Kings move? He'll go Kings move on all of them. Favorite rising workout. You can't get real too creative with rising. Over the top of your knuckle, either do static holds or partials. Doesn't make sense to do a lot of weight down here because you can really strain out your arm. So don't be doing full range because you can really strain things. It's a very small muscle. Also, in a match, you never go from all the way low to way high, but you will go from straight to high, right? So range of motion, straight to high, or static holds. That's pretty much it, man. Or you can do some kind of negative work in there a little bit, but just be careful and you'll hurt your wrist if you go too heavy. All right. Are we trying the 3? This is probably really stupid. Like this is gonna be really stupid. Like my arms, this is gonna be on Monday we arm wrestled. So 2 days ago I was arm wrestling. Oh, and then it here is where the pain is. But I'm thinking it's grip, it's grip. How much can this hurt, I mean, how much could it really hurt? I don't know. This isn't going to be too bad. There's no way this hurts me really bad. There's just no way. Said the man before he was injured. Okay, this is a 3.5. Focus. There it goes. 3.5. It doesn't hurt, but I don't feel strong. Let's see. Maybe we're just going to surprise ourselves. You guys know the hat comes off when I do grip. Okay. I do not feel strong. Okay. Ooh. It didn't touch. It was pretty close. Ow. I'm not feeling the pain in my arm yet. Maybe it's pulsing. But the hand is super sore. Damn it. But as you guys know, we always give it a second go. Just give me, I know the stream was supposed to be over 6 minutes ago. Sorry, guys. Sorry for wasting your time. Just give me a second. Let me get a little bit of, and we'll try it one more time. Because that was like the wake up one. That was the one that woke me up, So now I'm awake, right? Let me take a little energy drink here. Everybody's telling me to stand up. Thank you for plugging the AW Switch, you guys. If you guys want to check out or buy any merch, me and Bridget have launched a website called theawswitch.com. It sells arm wrestling hats, shirts, and stickers. If you guys want to support me and or Bridget and all the things I'm trying to do, check out the website, you guys. Go buy a shirt, go buy a sticker, go buy a hat. And we're going to keep coming out with newer and cooler ideas and prints and stuff like that. Especially if you're in California, you should be buying a California arm wrestling shirt. If you're in California, you don't have a California arm wrestling shirt, what are you doing? All right. Okay. You know what? So all we're going to do, I have to prove everything, Tony. Okay. We're going to just re-chalk here. We're going to re-chalk. I'm kind of mad because I failed it last week too. And I was closing this thing pretty easily not long ago. Okay, the arm's not hurting right now. Okay, cool. Just the hand. All right. Here we go. 3.5. Fine, I'll stand up. Okay. There's a lot more chalk on it this time than there was last time. Okay, here we go. I think it touched before I went like this, but there's no proof of it. I feel like it did, but there's no proof. I feel like it touched though. Damn it. That's it. There was the 2 attempts. That's it. I'm not going to keep going at it. But we'll call it a loss because on the video, you guys don't see it. I feel like it touched though, because I feel like I had it pretty tight, and then I felt it open as I went forward. Damn it. But it's definitely getting closer than it was last week. So we got that. It's definitely closer than it was last week. Paul, damn, 3rd time's a charm. All right, guys. Chalk all over the computer. Bridget says I'm here. Oh, she's pulled in. Bridget, you here? All right, guys. I'm going to go. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, I'm not deserving of this, but I will try my best to become deserving of this. I got some more stuff coming up, you guys. I got 2 videos on my phone. I still have to release. So I released one today. I'll try to release another one tomorrow. You got the live stream here. I'm trying to get more content for you guys because I know you guys want the content. And yeah, so love you guys to death. Once again, thank you for everything. Check out the awswitch.com. Go buy yourself a shirt, sticker, or hat. Check out the link tree if you guys want to check out any of my sponsors and or my social medias. But that's it. I will talk to you guys later. See you next weekend or next week, Wednesday at 4:30. See you guys later.